Secrets of Astrology YouTube channel welcomes all of you, and I am your estimate. Today in Yoga Sutra series we have a very precious yoga from treasure of yoga in astrology. This yoga is well known as Kesri yoga. So we put our request to Astromaster Yukeja to put some light on essence and extension of Kesri yoga. Astromaster, as you told us earlier, that these yogas are basically theorems in astrology. Astromaster, as this yoga has positional relationship between Jupiter and Moon, so can we extend this principle to other planets too? Astromaster put some light on essence and extension of Kesri yoga. Astromaster.
Regarding the extension of the principles applied for formulation of any yoga over other planets in identical condition, I would like to say that it is not something new that I have been telling or I have told. At the cost of repetition, let me tell you that I have been always maintaining that the yogas given in the texts are basically theorems, and its extended application has to be understood by the students, and which was earlier explained by the preceptors to their disciples in their discussions. These things have not been written in the books because there are limitations, and if all these things will be written in the books only, then you will not find a chapter like Yoga Adhyay. You will find a voluminous text in the name of Yog Maharnav. So there is nothing new, I am telling. However, you may say that I am probably the first person or first astrologer who has been boldly and openly advocating and stating these things and trying to make the students understand not only the basic principles, but its extended application also by taking the available yogas of the book as a theorem only. And extension of this yoga or these principles on other planets over Kesri yoga is also not the new thing. See, before we go into any yoga given in the book, we must endeavor to understand as to how and why that has been christened that particular name, and what are the principles, pristine principles of astrology that had been taken for formulation of that yoga. Kesri yoga is a auspicious yoga and is formed on the basis of the angular effects of the planets. This yoga is formed when Jupiter and Moon are placed in a square position in the horoscope. It is called Kesri because Jupiter is the largest planet and moves a bit slowly. I think it is the second slowest planet out of the 7 planets. So It moves like an elephant. That's why the term Gaj has been taken. Moon is the fastest planet which keeps on sprawling in the zodiac at a very high speed like a lion. So this yoga has been named as Gaj Kesri Yoga. All these things I have written in extensive detail while dealing with this yoga in my book Yoga Puspanjali, and students must refer to that book if they try to understand the basic philosophy and the pristine principles applied for formulation of any yoga, or rather the mechanism of formulation of any combination or yoga in astrology. Here, two benefic planets, Moon and Jupiter, have been taken into consideration for the possible effects, and the effects like wealth, knowledge, learning, comfortable living, etc. has been described because these fall under the attribute of these planets. It is nothing new because for delineation of the effects, or I think the expected effects, we do take help from the significations of the planets, and that is being done here. Sometimes the signification of horse and signification of signs are also taken, and we are getting those types of yogas also in the books. As I told earlier, this yoga is based upon the principles of angular effects between the two planets when they are located in a square position with respect to each other at the time of birth. The favorable effects of this yoga, Gaj Kesri Yoga, has been stated because of the auspiciousness attached with these two planets which play a role in formation of this yoga. And for other details, I would request the students to please go through my book Yoga Puspanjali, where it has been dealt in too much detail. Here we are talking about the extended application of the same principle for other planets with respect to the position of Moon only. That means what will happen if other planets will become a square to Moon at the time of the birth. Why we are taking Moon? Because the position of Moon is very important in Vedic astrology, and that is called Chandra Lagna, as we all know. Based on the same principle, there is another famous yoga, and we call that yoga as Kantak Yoga. This yoga is deemed to have been formed in the nativity when Moon and Saturn become a square to each other in the horoscope. Since Saturn is held as an inauspicious planet, bad results of this yoga have been spelled out in the texts. See, when we go for suggesting the effects, we get governed by the attributes of the planets in question. Here, when Moon is wealth, Saturn is paucity, and hence the possible effect of Kantak Yoga is loss of wealth and extravagance. If Moon is say plenty, then Saturn is a scarcity, hence the outcome may be poverty. When moon is imagination and thought, Saturn in anxiety. Hence tension in mind is the possible effect of this yoga. That means the poverty, anxiety, deception, deceit, hypocrisy, say, backbiting, etc. would be the natural effects of this yoga. I mean the Kantak yoga. So likewise, effects of Kantak yoga can be understood. Now there is a yoga that goes in the name of Atmandriya yoga. This yoga is formed due to angular position of moon and sun at the time of birth. Now look into the nomenclature. Atmandriya. Sun is Atma and moon is Indra. Moon is Indra means moon represents mind or man. Because mind is the ruler of the Indriyas, the sense and the motor organs. So, mind is the ruler of the Indriyas. That's why it is called Indra. So, this yoga is called Atmandriya Yoga. The native born in this yoga has a beautiful correspondence between conscience and desire. They would tend to remain ethical and morally high and would also do everything with superb touch of honesty. Both of these luminaries represent eyes also. So the native would have a penetrating eye that is capable of reading the mind of other people easily. Both of these planets are attached to power also. Therefore, the native would have a great hunger for power. And these guys would always like to win individual importance in all the social gatherings and and in any setup where they remain active most of the time. They would be wealthy, showy, organized, wiseful, learned, but also arrogant and boastful. When Mars and Moon are squared in the birth chart, the yoga which is formed is called Nandan yoga. I think this yoga has been named like this because Moon is called Yadukul Nandan, and because it represents Lord Krishna, as per Brihat Parasar Hoda Shastra. And Mars is called Dharani Nandan. So I guess, I am not sure, that because of this reason, this yoga has been taken as Nandanandan. The native of this yoga, native born in this yoga, would be bold, chivalrous, undaunted, headstrong, obstinate, and adamant type of a person. He would be good at heart, he would be a skilled strategist, straight in dealings, a man of without hanky-panky. He would be a free thinker and would have his own ideas over a subject, and it is a different thing that his ideas may be found as revolutionary for others. without any long preamble, these people state the things in a straight manner and come to the point directly. So people at times consider them as arrogant also. However, dexterity, sagacity and good skill would be their biggest asset. Now the yoga formed in similar condition by Moon and Venus is called Sagar Parvat Putri Yoga. This yoga has other names also, like Sada Nida Yoga. Perhaps it is because of the watery nature of both of these planets. Then it is also called Madhumritam Yoga. Madhu Amritam. It is also called Lalita Vanita Yoga or Lakshmi Parvati Yoga, etc., etc. The sense of deep satisfaction and hidden thirst for worldly lust remains, say, permanently reflected in the eyes of these people. Not only in the eyes, it is reflective also in their talk, thought and all deliberations. They wish to earn, learn, enjoy and revel in this world like a free bird. Things of high quality and high value always attracts them, and they make efforts to have them in their life by hook or by crook. Again, because of the auspicious nature of both the involved planets, Moon and Venus, these people are said to be wealthy, sociable, learned, knowledgeable and prestigious type of persons. Then there is a yoga called Chapal Cheetah Yoga. This yoga is formed by Moon and Mercury in the similar condition, that is when Moon and Mercury become angular in the horoscope at the time of the birth. I think the name goes like this because of the fast movement of these two planets in the zodiac, that is Moon and Mercury. Because of again the auspicious nature of these planets, the effects are said to be wealth, intelligence, success in trades, valuable thoughts, remarkable deeds, a smart approach, a smartness in presenting the things, in talks and movement, everywhere some sort of a smartness is reflected in these natives. It is said that they can grab an opportunity with an unexpected speed because they can foresee the things much in advance and are very sharp speculating the benefits associated therewith. So this yoga is called Chapal Cheetah Yoga. Now I am coming to a dreadful and inauspicious yoga of the astrology, which is formed due to the square position of Moon and Rahu in the horoscope. This is called Varahamindu Yoga. Very difficult to say why Varahamindu. Perhaps Rahu represents the Vara avatar of Lord Vishnu and Hindu is the name of Moon. So perhaps it is Varaham Hindu or Varahamindu Yoga. The effects stated for these yogas are that the natives would be wealthy but treacherous. learned but wicked, skilled but overconfident. They would be daring, highly risk-taking, and also suicidal in approach. Actually, they relish taking high risks. Then it is also said that they are the leaders, the rulers, the chieftains. I mean, they will be the prominent person in their society. Like Vara, he can bring the lost things into order, or say actually they have the power to regain the lost paradise, I would say. In other words, we can say that he will be capable of ameliorating the conditions of the downtrodden, but would also be anarchic in approach. People would love him to hate only, and hate him to love ultimately. This is the effect of the Varaha. So in this way, we find that on the basis of the same principles, if we replace the position of Jupiter with respect to Moon by some other planet, the effects changes according to the significations of that planet. Other things are also there, but that would be a digression, and so I would like to close here. But my stress is only that all these yogas are based on the extension of the same principle, and the Kantak yoga has become famous in this respect. If it is in the birth horoscope, people ask for Shanti. Even now they are applying it in transit also. So like that, things are going on, but all those are nothing but the extension of the same principles. Thank you.